guys, so today's video is going to be my curly hair routine using some of my favorite Curlsmith products. I'm going to be walking you through my favorite, like top most favorite products from the brand, showing you how I use them. Like from start to finish, I filmed a couple demos for you guys. And honestly, I'm really excited about this video because I've been using Curlsmith for a few months now. Ever since I started wearing my hair more natural, I was introduced to the brand Curlsmith and I completely fell in love. They're definitely one of my favorite curly girl hair brands out of all of the ones I've tried, which is why I got so excited when Curlsmith wanted to work with me on this video. This video is kindly sponsored by Curlsmith, which is so amazing because I believe so much in this brand and everything they represent and their ingredients, and it's just such a great brand. And they have a ton of amazing products, but I wanted to narrow my list down to my top 5. Well, I have a top 5 and an honorable mention, but I really feel like all the products I'm going to mention today have helped out my hair so much. They have really great ingredients, and especially for someone like me who doesn't have like full-on curly hair. I've been ironing my hair since like 5th grade. I used to be addicted to the flat iron, and it wasn't until recently, like the past year or so, that I really wanted to embrace my natural waves and curls. And Curlsmith has been one of my ride or die brands, and I have totally fallen in love with this brand. So without further ado, let's talk about the main products I recommend. Although I honestly recommend trying anything out from this brand. They have so many different lines, like the scalp recipe, the strength recipe, the moisture recipe. Depending on what you're looking for with your curly hair, I feel like Curlsmith has got you covered. So the first product I want to talk about, I have been screaming this from the rooftops. I have gone through so many boxes of this, and this is actually my honorable mention because it is truly my favorite hair product of all time. I've spoken about this in like a recent favorites video a couple months ago. This has made such an incredible difference in my hair. I honestly feel like I am where I am today with my hair because of this product. This is the Curlsmith's Ultimate Lengths 30-Day Therapy, and basically these are vitamins for your hair. Hey guys, I just quickly wanted to mention that this product is currently out of stock, but it will be restocking in March, and you can sign up to Curlsmith's newsletter to be updated through email. Just wanted to give you that heads up. It's high potency nutrition for all hair types, and of course you do want to ask your doctor before you start taking any sort of vitamin. But basically this has great ingredients. It has biotin, collagen, amla fruit, alpha lipoic acid, goji fruit, keratin, all really amazing ingredients for growing your hair. And guys, I noticed such a difference with this product. When I first started going on my curly girl journey, I had this really bad habit of pulling out the hair around my bangs. It got really bad to the point where I had like very short bangs. I had pulled so much out, and I honestly didn't know what to do. I stumbled across these vitamins and I just started taking them, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even take a before and after photo because I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. And then like 3 weeks into the process, I was like, wait a minute, am I growing baby hairs around my bangs? I was like taken aback because I had so much new hair growth. I even posted a before and after photo in my favorites video when I talked about this. I was blown away by how fast my hair was growing. My hair is like the longest it's been in a really long time. This stuff makes my hair grow so fast, and I feel like it's thicker and everything. Look at the hair around my bangs. I had ripped out like a whole chunk here, which is why it looks a little bit like gapped here, and look how long it is. It was this short when I started taking those vitamins, and look at this. Incredible. I've blown away. So thankfully I've moved past that habit, and my hair is growing so long and so thick, and it really is all thanks to their 30-day therapy. It's so great. And honestly, besides like the biotin and all of that, mama needs collagen. Mama needs collagen. Oh, I also want to mention that I take 2 of these every single day at night before bed, and yeah, amazing. Okay, so I typically don't use all of these products all at once, but for today's video I did, just so you can see me using every single product and you can see the outcome. But another product I have really been loving recently has been the Curlsmith Bond Curl Rehab Salve, and this is part of their strength recipe line, which this whole line is meant to give your hair more strength, like make it stronger, give it more protein. And basically this is like a bonding treatment for weak, damaged hair. It's not a conditioner or anything, but it is gonna strengthen and moisturize your hair a bit. I find that when I use this, my hair does feel softer besides stronger. But basically I like to use this in my hair right when I get into the shower before I use shampoo or conditioner or anything like that. I usually just wet my hair a little bit because this is best applied on damp hair, not when your hair is soaking wet. And I basically just coat my entire hair with this. I don't really take it up to the root, but I mean, you absolutely can. I do get pretty close though, a lot closer to my root than I get with conditioner, just so that I can make sure it's getting all of my hair. And once I feel like it's fully saturated, then I will leave it on my hair for a minimum of 15 minutes. If you really want this guy to pack a punch, I would suggest you do this before you jump into the shower and leave it on for about an hour so you can really see results. But honestly, 15 minutes does the job. And usually at this time, I'll like turn off my shower head, I'll shave my legs, my armpits, watch a good podcast, entertain myself while this sits on my head. And then after about 15 to 20 minutes, I will rinse it off completely, and then I'll go in with my shampoo and conditioner. And honestly, I feel a difference once I start to rinse this out. I love the way this makes my hair feel, and this smells incredible. This has such a yummy, fruity scent. I love the way this smells. Every time I apply it, I'm like, But this stuff is honestly great, and I personally don't use it every single time I wash my hair. I'll use it like every other time I wash my hair, or if my hair is doing really good, then I'll save it for every 2 washes. But if your hair is very porous and like really weak and damaged, I would suggest you use this every time you wash your hair until your hair gets stronger and it repairs a little bit. But this stuff is great, and Curlsmith has like hand-picked ingredients. I just love what their brand represents. This has pressed chia seeds in it, shiitake mushrooms, prickly pear pulp, pumpkin seed oil, guava, kale. It's just really good. I think that's why it smells so damn good. But as always, this is cruelty-free, vegan. There are no silicones, absolutely no sulfates, which is very important if you're on a curly girl journey. So once I've rinsed that completely out of my hair and I've washed my hair, massaged my scalp, really cleaned my hair, then I will go in with a deep conditioning mask. Very rarely will you see me using conditioner. 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna use a hair mask in place of a conditioner, mainly because I'm not washing my hair every day. I wash my hair every like 5 to 6 days, maybe even once a week, just because I don't want to strip my hair too much and like clean it too much. So whenever I am conditioning my hair, chances are I'm using a hair mask. And I have a lot of favorites, but this one is really amazing from Curlsmith. This is from their moisture recipe line, which is my favorite line from Curlsmith. Like my top favorites are part of the moisture recipe range. But this is the double cream deep quencher, and this stuff is thick. This stuff is juicy. This is packed with some good stuff. If you have dry hair, like really dry, dull hair, I think you might really like this. And honestly, I use quite a bit of this stuff. I have pretty long hair, but I get a good juicy scoop. And of course, I like to saturate my whole hair in this, obviously keeping it away from my roots. I generally keep it like from the ear down, like everything from your ear all the way down to the tips. And then I will typically leave this on for about 15 to 20 minutes, which I know is a lot. And you know, this shower is getting really long. But again, I'm not washing my hair every single day, and it's kind of like a therapeutic spa day whenever I'm washing my hair. It is definitely an entire process. But again, turn off your water, shave your legs, and scroll through TikTok while this is sitting in your hair. They recommend for like a quick moisture boost to leave it on your hair for 10 to 15 minutes. Of course, you don't have to leave it on that long. You can do like 5 to 10 minutes, and you can still feel a difference in your hair. It really softens the hair, makes it feel really moisturized, and like it's actually doing something. You know, it's like actually penetrating the hair. I can definitely feel a difference when I use this hair mask. It has, again, great ingredients: avocado, raw aloe vera, I love aloe vera, apricot, rose of Jericho, and so many other amazing ingredients. Definitely a top favorite from Curlsmith. So once I've done all of that, I've washed my hair, I've conditioned it, I've detangled it, because this is the time where I detangle my hair. I like to take my wide tooth comb, and while I'm like rinsing it out under the shower head, I like to brush out my knots. My hair gets really knotty and tangled so easily. Like I sneeze and I get knots in my hair, it's so bad. So I definitely have to detangle my hair in the shower. And I feel like when I do that, my curls tend to look a lot nicer versus me detangling my hair outside of the shower before going in with product. I like to detangle while I'm in the shower, then I like scrunch up my hair again, and then I go on from there. That's just what works for me. But anyway, so once I've done all of that, my hair is detangled, I'm good to go, I'm ready to jump out of the shower. I have one other step. This is one of my top favorites as well. I want to say like top 2. I love this. This is the in-shower style fixer, also part of their moisture recipe. And this is pretty much their styling gel, which the rest of the products I'm going to be mentioning are also styling products. But this is special. This one is special because it's a gel that you apply while you're still in the shower. It's a really intense gel. Like it literally has extreme hold. You see it right there on the packaging. Like extreme extreme hold. This stuff is intense. I'm telling you guys, a little goes a very long way. You don't need too much of this. And you're supposed to apply this to your hair when it is soaking wet. I would recommend, if you have long hair like me, to section your hair off in like 4 parts and then apply just like a dime-sized amount of this. Like honestly, the size of a dime, and then apply it to your hair. And you want to use the praying hands method. It's something that I learned in the curly girl world. When you apply gel and styling products to your hair this way, like with the praying hands, it really helps control frizz. Like honestly, applying product like this is a game changer because it gives your curls more definition, especially when you start to scrunch up after you do the praying hands. You just start to like scrunch your hair back into place, and it's just a lot less frizzy. I don't know why, but it is. But anyway, basically I just apply this to my entire hair in the shower and then give it a really good scrunch before I get out. And I really feel like this makes a huge difference whenever I don't use this. Like this gives me so much definition and it gives me a really good strong hold without being hard and crusty. I really despise when gels leave my hair hard. Sometimes gels with extreme hold like this will tend to do that, but this one absolutely doesn't. I don't know if it's because it's an in-shower gel that the combination of like the gel and the water really helps that, but it gives you great definition and great hold without being crunchy, which is amazing. Okay, so once I get out of the shower, I will immediately go into my styling products. You definitely don't want to wait for your hair to dry a little bit before going in with your gel or your mousse or your curl creams. You want to do your hair right away because your hair should still be pretty soaking wet when you're going in with all these products. Maybe not soaking wet, but you definitely want to hear that squish when you're applying your product. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you go like this and your hair is like so wet, you like hear it go, you know, that noise. You definitely want to hear that because that just gives you the best results at the end. And so like I said, at this point I go right into my styling products, and usually I will go in with a curl cream first. I like to do a curl cream first and then go into a gel or a mousse, and I like to do that because my hair is typically really dry, so a curl cream really helps with that. So honestly, depending on the day, I will use one of these products after my curl cream. I like to use either the Hydro Style Flexi Jelly from their scalp recipe, or I like to use the Curl Defining Styling Souffle from their moisture recipe. Today I used both in my hair just so that you can see me applying both products, and honestly I like how my hair looks with both of them in it. But I would say the Curl Defining Styling Souffle is a little bit less intense than the Flexi Jelly. The Flexi Jelly has a little bit more hold. This one leaves your hair a little bit more bouncy, like a little bit softer than the Flexi Jelly, but it still defines the curl. It gives it nice shine and it leaves it soft and bouncy and not frizzy. This is really good for anti-frizz as well. And I honestly will just take a little bit of this, not too much, and run it throughout the ends of my hair. Again, I don't put this like on my scalp, but I put it on the majority of my hair. And then when I'm done, I will scrunch my hair even more. I'm constantly scrunching my hair throughout the styling process because my curls are pretty dead from so many years of ironing them that I like to constantly scrunch while I'm still putting product in my hair. And then if this is the only product I'm using, I will immediately start to blow dry my hair with a diffuser. But today I went in with the Hydro Style Flexi Jelly as well. This gel is really good if you want something that's gonna give you hold but not too much. If you don't want that extreme hold but you still want some definition and you want a little bit of cast, this stuff is good because I do think a cast is necessary, especially if you're like me and you don't wash your hair that often. I like to feel my hair a little bit stiff when I'm done blow drying it because when I start to break the cast and start softening up the curls, I really love how defined they are and how they don't get like puffy or soft, like they keep their shape. And I really love that this does that. This gel is also really great at like maintaining the curl at the ends of my hair because I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but the more damaged your hair is, the less curly it looks. Like if your hair is really dry and really damaged by heat, or you have a lot of split ends, those parts of your hair like rarely ever curl. Like the ends of my hair are definitely the most damaged, but I feel like this jelly gets them as curly as they're gonna get, and they never feel like at the end when I use this. I love that this has hyaluronic acid in it. I'm a sucker for hyaluronic acid. It has green tea brew, lavender flowers, thyme leaf oil, white cedar, like honestly a bunch of great stuff. And I love like the shine and structure this gives my hair without being too much. It's really like a nice everyday, day-to-day gel. It's not like this. It's not like this, which is why I say use very little of this guy. And so like I said, when I'm done applying all of my styling products, I will immediately grab my blow dryer, pop on my little diffuser on the front, and start diffusing my hair. I mean, honestly, the healthiest thing to do would be to let your hair air dry, but because I don't have any layers in my hair is so long, it's so flat, I need to diffuse my hair to get a little bit of body and a little bit of bounce. I definitely want to cut my hair and give myself like a curlier haircut, just to give my hair its full potential. But for now, this is what I'm working with. Once I'm completely done blow drying my hair, I will kind of let it sit for a little bit. I let it settle, and then a few hours later, I just break the cast and start to scrunch and zhuzh it a little bit, and then that's it. I love the results, and my hair stays like this for a few days. I feel like I don't need to reapply any of these products on my hair till at least the 4th day, where I add just a little bit of water to like reactivate the curls, and maybe add a little bit of the flexi jelly, and then my hair looks like it did the day I washed it. So yeah, I really enjoy these products. I wouldn't take a sponsorship from a brand that I truly didn't believe in, and I stand by these products wholeheartedly. I love Curlsmith, and if you're on a journey yourself, definitely check these products out. They're not only for curly hair, they work really well for wavy hair as well. If you want to get the most out of your waves, definitely check this stuff out. I just wanted to show you my favorite products from Curlsmith and show you what works for me and how it works for me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've tried any of these products out. Is there anything else from Curlsmith that's your absolute favorite? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that completes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!